Hi, this is Bishop Bob Coulter with another TM Side word of encouragement for the week. This week God brought me to Ephesians 3:20. I'm reading from the Passion Bible translation. It says, "Never doubt God's mighty power to work in you and accomplish all this. He'll achieve indefinitely more than your greatest request, your most unbelievable dream, and exceed your wildest imagination. He will outdo them all, for his miraculous power constantly energizes you. Are you hesitant to move out in what God has put in your mind? Never doubt that God wants to move in your life and to accomplish great things through you. Many people are hindered by their own imagination or thinking of what God has called them to do. Granted, God does not necessarily show what he has for you all at once, because it could overwhelm you, which could open a door to doubt and fear to creep in. But God is ready to move in your life if you let him. God is truly ready to achieve indefinitely more than your greatest request, your most unbelievable dream, and exceed your wildest imagination. What a wonderful and amazing statement and encouragement. As the travel restrictions are being rescinded and our economy is opening up, God is ready to empower his church to become a major influence in our nation. He needs his church to go boldly and move on his behalf. So let us not doubt that God wants to use us, because he does. Deliberately, on purpose, let's open our mind to hear how and when and where God wants to use us. Do not hinder him from moving in your life. We don't want to be like Josh, the king of Israel, who went to Elijah to get advice on how to deal with the Syrians in 2 Kings 13, verses 18 and 19. Elijah tells Josh, "Take the arrows." So he took them, and Elijah said to the king of Israel, "Strike the ground." So he struck it 3 times and stopped. The man of God was very angry with him and said, "You should have struck 5 or 6 times, then you would have struck Syria till you had destroyed it. But now you will strike Syria only 3 times." We don't want to limit God moving in our lives. Let's keep moving forward until we have the total victory. In the past, too many Christians have won a battle but lost all because they stopped too soon. Choose to believe God for the impossible, because nothing's impossible with God. Let us follow the instructions that God gave Joshua in Joshua 1, 7 through 9. It says, "Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the instructions Moses gave you. Do not deviate from them, turning either to the right or to the left. Then you will be successful in everything you do. Study the book of instructions continually. Meditate on it day and night, so you are sure to obey everything that's written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all that you do. This is my command. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." God cautioned Joshua to be strong and courageous, to follow God's instruction, not to look to the left or the right. In other words, do not get distracted from the call God has in your life. One of the tricks of Satan is to put distractions in your life to get your attention off the call of God on your life. If you allow God to direct your thinking and action, you'll be at the right place, at the right time, with the right words and action to have victory over the situation. I believe that God is calling his church to speak and act more boldly than ever before. I believe the end-time revival has started, and God wants to move in miraculous ways in your preaching and sharing God's love with signs and wonders. God wants us to let his miraculous power constantly energize us. Are you willing to let him take over your life and ministry? Pray that you are. God's on the move, so let's join him. Have a blessed week.